This is demonstrating shortcuts in the Google Assistant. For this demonstration, I'll be using my Pixel 4 running Android 12 and TalkBack 12.1. For speech services, I am using the Google Speech Services. I am already in the Google Assistant menu, and now I'll tap on Shortcuts.
Shortcuts. Get help with your apps with Hey Google.
Let's go ahead and tap here.
Assistant settings. Shortcuts. Heading, out of list.
We are now on the Shortcuts screen. I'll put my finger near the top for some introductory messages.
Create shortcuts so your assistant can help with your apps when you say, Hey Google, heading.
In other words, you could use the Google commands, the Assistant voice commands, to launch an app or do certain things by just using your voice. On this page, we've got a couple tabs. Near the top, on the left, we've got the Explore, and then to the right of that is My Shortcuts. I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Selected, Explore, tab, 1 of 2, in list, 2 items.
And to the right of that,
Your shortcuts, tab, 2 of 2.
by default, the Explore is selected. Let's now see the things that are available here in the Explore section.
Selected, Explore, tab, 1 of 2. Based on your frequent apps, heading.
And based on my frequent apps, some of these things are coming about because of my activity. And these include the following.
My apps, in list.
My apps. And the reason why this is showing is because I have created an icon on my phone called My Apps, which is directly from the Play Store app. In other words, I placed that shortcut on my home screen so that when I tap on that, it automatically takes me to the update section of the Play Store. However, if I do not want to tap on that app but instead want to use my voice to bring up that part of the Play Store, then I'll tap on this one and create it and assign it to when I say, Hey Google, and followed by My Apps, and that should just take me straight to the update section on my Play Store. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and tap here.
Google. Create this shortcut, out of list.
We are now on this page where we can create that shortcut. And here we have,
Hey Google, My Apps.
and that's all I needed to say, and it will take me to the Play Store update section. And I could change that if I wanted it to be something else. For instance, if I want to say updates or something, then I will tap on the Edit.
Edit, button.
And then toward the bottom of the phone, toward the right, we've got a couple buttons. There's a Cancel on the left,
Cancel, button.
and
Save, button.
Save on the right. Let's go ahead and tap on Save.
Google. Shortcut created. Next time just say, Hey Google, My Apps.
And that's it. If you don't want it, you could go back and delete it. Let's go back.
Assistant settings.
Having created that My Apps, that now has been moved to My Shortcuts, and now it's no longer available in the Explore. What we have next here in the Explore tab will be
Create new document, in list.
Create New Document, and I could tap on Add,
Add, button.
Next Item,
Send a video.
Add,
Add, button.
and you can go on, or
View all, button.
I could tap here to view all, and it's going to show all kinds of stuff. And remember, these things are powered by some of the things that you normally do on your phone. And so these are the suggested items. You can scroll and see all that you can add. Let's now go to your shortcuts. In other words, this will be the shortcuts we created. For example, the one I just created a little while ago called My Apps will be found in that Your Shortcuts tab. Let's move to that one now, found near the top right in the middle of the phone.
Your Shortcuts, tab, 2 of 2.
I'll tap here.
Your Shortcuts, selected. Page 2 of 2.
Tapping on Your Shortcuts, here's the information we've got.
Your latest shortcuts, heading, out of list.
We have Your Latest Shortcut heading, and below that we'll have the
My Apps, in list.
My Apps. Now to the right of that is an Edit.
Edit, button.
In other words, if you want to give it a different name, you could tap here to go Edit. Or if you want to delete or still edit it, all you need to do is tap on the name of the icon. And in this case, this will be the My Apps.
My Apps.
You tap here.
Google. Hey Google, My Apps, out of list.
And from this page, you can also edit or delete it altogether. At the bottom of the phone, we've got a couple buttons. To the left, we have an Edit, which means you could edit the name of the icon, or you could tap on Delete, found at the bottom right.
Edit, button.
And to the right of that,
Delete, button.
Delete. I'll delete that so you see what I'm talking about.
Google. Delete shortcut.
And I have a dialog that says,
This shortcut will be deleted from your shortcuts. You can add it again from the Explore tab.
and to the right of that, just below that information, we've got a couple buttons. We've got Cancel, and to the right of that is Delete.
Cancel, button.
Or
Delete, button.
I will tap Delete, so you'll see that that shortcut is gone.
Your shortcuts. Assistant settings. Create new email in Gmail, in list.
Now we're back to my shortcuts, and I no longer have the My Apps anymore.
Your latest shortcuts. Create new email in Gmail, in list.
So that's how you go about creating that shortcut. Before we bring this to a close, there's one more item here that I'd like to show you, and that will be Contacts. I'll move my finger to Contacts.
Contacts.
Let's go ahead and tap.
Shortcuts you might like. Heading, out of list.
We are on this page now, and it says Shortcuts I may like. And this is normally powered by the people that you call most frequently. And for example, my wife will be there, my kids, and things like that. Now, if I want to add a new item to my contacts, in other words, if I want to add the command to say, hey, add contact, then toward the bottom is an add contact.
Add contact, in list.
You tap here.
Google. Create this shortcut. Out of list. Hey Google, add contact.
And if you're satisfied with that, then all you need to do is tap on the save at the bottom right of the phone. But if you would rather give it something different besides add contact, then you could tap
Edit, button.
and choose what you would like it to be. Let's go ahead and tap on the save at the bottom.
Save, button. Google. Shortcut created. Next time just say, hey Google, add contact.
I'll show you this before we bring this to a close. I'll now exit out of here.
Pixel Launcher. Home.
And since my Pixel 4 has the squeezing feature, I'll simply squeeze and say, add a contact.
Squeeze.
Add a contact.
Create Contact. Cancel button.
And it takes me to the page where I could add a new contact. And that's how you go about using shortcuts.